Hey guys, it's Tori. Welcome to my channel, or welcome if you're new. So in today's video, we are going to make another tumbler in a convection toaster oven. We are going to sublimate it, but this one's going to be a little bit different. This is going to be so cute. I saw this on a Facebook group and I thought it was such a cute idea, so that's what we're going to do today. So the first thing we're going to do is head on over to Canva, and we're using the free edition, and over here on the right hand side it says custom size. We're going to click that. We're going to change pixel to inches, and the dimensions for today are 8.6 by 9.6. Create new design, and this is for a 20-ounce skinny straight tumbler. I'll leave the tumbler in the descriptions below, and we're going to go ahead and get started. First thing you want to do is upload the image you want to use. And this is the image I want to use. Isn't it so cute? So what we're going to do is make it a little bit bigger. And of course, we have to rotate it to the side because this is going to wrap around the tumbler, and you need it to be it needs to print on the longest side of the paper. So let's just go ahead and stretch it out. And that looks perfect. And then we need to flip it. So we're gonna flip. Next, we're going to click on share, download, and we are going to change the file type to PDF, print, and save this to our desktop. Then you're going to go to your PDF and open it. And we're going to select file, print, and I need to change this to my Epson, which is my sublimation printer that I converted. And then we need to go to properties. And I need to have it on legal for me because I'm using a legal piece of sublimation paper. And you always want to have the best quality. So I have high, and I'm using premium paper mat and more options, and just double checking. And you want color controls. Your color mode should always be the best, and the gamma the best, and everyone's is different, so you may not even have the Epson, but whatever you use, just make sure that you pick the best quality. That's the most important thing. And also make sure that your high speed is off and your mirror is off, because we've already flipped it in Canva. And then we're going to hit OK and print, and we're just going to go ahead and print it to the sublimation printer. Next step is getting our tumbler. It comes with the sublimation shrink wrap, and we need to clean it very thoroughly. So I'm going to use rubbing alcohol, and you want to do that before you sublimate to get any debris off, because if you leave anything on, it can show up in the sublimation, and of course it doesn't come off. So just clean it really good, and then take a dry towel and make sure it's completely dry before you apply the heat sublimation paper. And right about now is the perfect time to turn your toaster oven on, because you want to preheat it for at least 15 to 20 minutes at 400 degrees. And of course it has to be a convection toaster oven. Let me grab the sublimation paper, and I am just going to cut the excess off. And you also want to try not to touch where the sublimation ink is here. Just try not to touch it. You don't want to end up putting little marks or anything on it that will show when you sublimate. Now we're ready to apply it to the tumbler, and of course you want to make sure that you position it correctly. Oh, so important. So this would be up like this, so this would be the top, and I'm going to just lay it on it, and you want to make sure that it is even. Okay, let me move it up a little bit. And you also want to make sure that it is wrapped very tightly. And we're going to use the heat resistant tape. The first thing I'm going to do is fold this down and tape it. So what I like to do is place the tape like halfway up, so it's kind of like that, and then you just place it down, and then you know, it'll tape to that. So we're going to continue doing that. So it's just like this, and then I'm going to push it down. It's just kind of hard to get an angle for you guys to see, but I will show you at the end before I put it in what it looks like. Okay, so it'll look just like this. And then we also need to do the top. And what I do for the top is I place it like this, same, and then I just fold it over, just like that. Go ahead and keep doing that. We'll apply it here, and then just fold it over. And again, I'm actually, just in case this is your first time sublimating, just to let you know that when you do sublimate, the tumbler has to be made for sublimating. Same with the paper, the sublimation paper, and the ink. Everything you use has to be meant for sublimation. And same with this tape. So, all right. Okay, so this looks really good. I'm gonna just check here. Again, you wanna make sure it's really tight. Okay, so something else that I like to do just to keep this tape down is I kind of do that like in four sides, just to kind of help it stay down. So that's, you'll see here, I just did it, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 times. Okay, so let's grab the shrink wrap. And again, this is made for sublimating. And we're going to place this over it. Okay, so this will go right in here. And you can see there's excess here and excess here. So I'm going to go ahead and get the heat gun. And we're ready to go ahead and shrink the shrink wrap. Okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect, but I do try to get as much as the wrinkles or whatever you want to call it. I try to get it as smooth as you can, just because I know that it needs to be tight on here, and it helps the heat transfer paper underneath stay pressed against the tumbler, which is so important. So I went ahead and I placed it in the convection toaster oven. For some reason that part did not record, but remember it's at 400 degrees, and I am going to keep it in there for 7 minutes and 30 seconds on each side, which brings it to a total of 15 minutes. Now we are going to go ahead and rotate it. Just putting my gloves on. Okay, and we're gonna go ahead and turn it the other way, just like this. And we're gonna do another 7 minutes and 30 seconds. Alrighty, it's time to take it out. Let's turn it off. And remember, it's so hot. You wanna definitely have your heat resistant gloves on. But let's take this off. Wow. For some reason, this is coming off super easy. Wow, it's so hot. Okay, so let's let it cool, and then we're going to move on to the next step. Okay, so I'm not super sold on the tumbler that I just did. For some reason, when it should be black, it looks more brown, like it has a shadow. So what I'm going to do is do the exact same thing again, but this time I'm going to use my ICC profile. So let's go File and Print, and we need to change this to the Epson and select Properties. And premium paper is fine, high, perfect, and more options. Make sure it's not on high speed or a mirror. And this time we're going to go into advanced and change it to ICM, and then OK, and print. And let's go ahead and do the same thing in the toaster oven for 7 minutes and 30 seconds on each side and see if this makes a difference. The last step was just applying the chain links to the tumbler. I used E6000 glue, and of course you have to let it sit, I would say at least a couple hours. And I will leave in the descriptions below everything that I use as far as where you can find it and what they're called. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think of this project. Is this something that you guys are going to try to make? So let me know. Thanks for watching, and again, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!